Landon Pruitt in the left side, Waylon Benning in the right as we get into our Summit Junior Drag Racing League. These youngsters in school and learning early. You learn skills, you learn abilities, you learn responsibility. If you got a junior dragster that's parked and you don't get to ride it, let me tell you, there's not a whole lot of better motivating factor for a youngster than putting a junior dragster in the garage and telling them, yeah, we'll go racing as soon as your grades come up. You can start at 5 years old. You can go into competition when you get a little bit older than that. And if you start in the junior series, you literally can go all the way to the top. You don't have to take my word for it. Ask J.R. Todd or Sean Langdon or Leah Pruitt or Eric Anders or Chris McGahey or Mason McGahey or on and on and on. Blake Alexander. I mean, the pro ranks have got junior dragsters littered throughout. It's like starting in Little League and making it to the big leagues. That's what the Summit Racing Junior Drag Racing League is all about. 1178, 56 miles an hour on the right side. 1194, 53 miles an hour on the left. Grace Farner in the left lane, Haley Peterson in the right. Oh yeah, there are a lot of young ladies that race in the Junior Drag Racing League. If you're interested, go do a little Netflix action and find the Disney movie Right on Track, which was based on the true story of Erica and Courtney Enders when they were youngsters, trying to balance, well, everything, school, life, and racing. Grace on the left side, Haley in the right. As the kids get older, they are allowed to go faster. We have speed limits on the car because only in drag racing would you build a car that has a 5-horse Briggs & Stratton motor and then at some point have to put a speed limit on them. 788, 81 miles an hour for Grace. Haley goes 7.95 seconds, 82 miles an hour. They race to the 8th mile mark, obviously. But only in drag racing would you start with a 5-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine and then at some point have to put a speed limit on them. Because we're drag racers. Because somebody said, hey, what if we made a billet block? Hey, what if we made a stroker crank? Hey, what if we bored the thing out 4 inches? Hey, what if we made 65 horsepower out of a 5-horse Briggs & Stratton? I know, it's nuts, right? Next pair, rolling in, getting set to go. Bryson Hartman in the left. C.J. Jenkins in the right. You can kind of tell by the pop of the motor, right? When you get into the alcohol burners, they sound a little bit more mean than the youngsters that start with a whole lot more speed limit on them. And the chance for the youngsters to come out here and make exhibition runs, I don't know about you, but I think it's awesome. Where else? I mean, where else? In Major League Baseball, during the 7th inning stretch, do they tell the little leaguers, hey, do you guys want to come out here and play around on the field a little bit, you know, before we finish the game? Of course not. But in NHRA, we've got something for everybody. And we love the fact that A, pro racers and sportsman racers race on the same day, race on the same track, and have an opportunity to win the same trophy as the pros. And not only that, but we will let our Little League, our Summit Junior Drag Racers, come out here and do it as well. Bryson in the left side, CJ in the right. Both of them solid on the starting line. 790, the category that both these cars run in, and they both run 791. 7.917, 82 miles an hour for CJ. And Bryson, 792.1 at 82 miles an hour. Josiah Varner going to take the solo over there, our final car. So Joe's going to take the solo, and right behind him, we are going to have the final for our Junior Dragster Shootout that took place this weekend. That's right. Not just exhibition, but we had a little competition for them as well. I know a lot of the youngsters were over there checking out the juniors while they were on display. So Joe's going to take his solo run here, and then we'll have the final round. So now we're going to be dialing them in, and we're going to be racing for real. We ran them down to the final yesterday. We wanted them to come out here and kick off our final rounds. Lincoln McMaster in the left side, 9 years old. Matthew Peterson in the right side. Lincoln, part of the FTI farm team. And Matthew Peterson, for the folks at Wright Trailers, well, he dialed 890. If he runs right on the money, does he get right on the money? I would bet that his sponsor would give him a little extra boost. The difference in handicap here is 3 seconds. Lincoln McMaster does not have a really fast car. He's dialed in at 1190. But you don't have to have a really fast car. You have to have a really consistent car. If you want to go put something together that runs like, well, Matthews, you can. If you want to put together something a little more economical, you can do that as well. Lincoln McMaster goes in and lights it. He's 9 years old. Matthew Peterson right side, 12. Oh, and Matthew's going to win it by default. Red light start for Lincoln McMaster. He jumped too soon by 0.02 of a second and hands the win to Matthew Peterson. So Matthew's going to take that trophy back to Fort Myers, Florida. Runs down the track at 886, 74 miles an hour. Lincoln McMaster goes 1189, 45 miles an hour, but Lincoln McMaster with the red light start. And congratulations, Matthew, our shootout winner. Hey, thank you to all the youngsters. Thank you to all the families that came out here, spent the weekend, displayed their cars, had a couple of shots to go down the racetrack. We certainly appreciate you being a part of the NHRA family.